Only 3 games on this slate, gentlemen. Who do you like paying up for more in the Washington-Tampa game, Ovechkin or Stamkos, Paul?
Both team captains have come out flying this season, Emerson. Ovi has 15 points. Stammer has 12 through 8 games played. In this evening's comparative outlook, though, I'll lean in favor of Stammer because of the home ice advantage, which will make it easier for Tampa's coach John Cooper to keep his star away from the Caps' top checkers and shutdown pair, while hounding Ovechkin with his best defensive pieces owing to those last-minute change advantages. I also factor in the decided edge in goal with Vasilevsky over either Caps goalie. Save 900 on Stamkos here.
What do you think here, Jeff?
Yeah, it's a pretty stout analysis by Paul. I mean, you know, it really comes down to the slate. I mean, if you're paying 8,800 for Alex Ovechkin tonight, again, in a tough matchup, you got Vasilevsky in goal. Could easily just put a cork and we could end up with like 9 shots on goal, but no points from Ovechkin. But you've got Connor McDavid at 9,200, who you really want to get up to versus the Seattle Kraken. I'll go with Stamkos here as well. You know, the Lightning have spread out their offense a little bit. Stamkos taking a little bit more of a front and center role this year. He's upped everything just in terms of his shot rate over the last week and a half as well. So yeah, I'll go with Stamkos here. Again, take the savings because you're going to want to save and try and get up to McDavid.
Okay, so Jeff, is that you're going to end up paying up for just in DFS tonight overall? Anyone else?
I mean, look, it's so obvious right now in NHL, you know, DFS, that you need to get up to Connor McDavid, especially on small slates like this. I get it. He's going to be like 50% owned, but we're talking about a player averaging 5.7 shots on goal already. Clearly Connor McDavid has decided he just wants to score more goals this year. And when Connor McDavid decides he wants to do something in the NHL, he does it. So you've got the Seattle Kraken also probably going to be starting Joey Decord, their third string goalie tonight. They basically just decided, hey kid, go at it, you know, see what you can do. This one could get ugly. It's got the Oilers have a 4.0 implied team total here. Yeah, you got to pay up for Connor.
You agree with that, Paul?
Absolutely. I think stacking the Oilers is definitely a play. With their high win probability, though, I make sure I get the goalie in, too. I take Koskinen in goal for $8,100. He's played very well in compiling a 4-1 record with a 93.4 save percentage. That includes 3 games where he's allowed 1 goal against. That's kind of the output I'm looking for tonight. If he sits, I still take his backup Stuart Skinner. I also like the matchup for Zach Hyman, though, tonight against Seattle. He has fit in seamlessly on the wing with McDavid. You know, if McDavid's on fire, Hyman's going to be on the score sheet as well because they are also on the top power play unit together. He gets the favorable matchup against a Seattle team. Listen, this club's going to look like an expansion team when they're up against a pronounced disadvantage like they see tonight. I say take Hyman for 6,300 as well.
So, Paul, in a 3-game slate, when I ask you where the best value is in DFS, what do you think?
With all the big money we're spending, Emerson, I need to save a little dough here, so I know that I'll pay up elsewhere. I'm going to take Nick Paul of the Ottawa Senators for $4,200. I like seeing my name on a sweater. That's part of the reason why. Actually, he's in a great spot as well as the center between Tim Stützle and Connor Brown on the Sens' second line, and he'll get a good matchup against a Chicago team that's going to be more concerned with stopping Ottawa's first unit, I think. And on defense, I consider Mikhail Sergachev a great option for $4,400. He has 6 points in 8 games, as well as putting up 2 shots on goal per game so far this season. He's also piling up the block shots, so he's filling in across the board on the DK scoring methods. All of this has him averaging, in fact, 9.1 DK points per game. I say he goes over that mark tonight and is a good value for $4,400 this evening.
All right, Jeff, you're spending some money, so help us save some cash.
Yeah, and I mean, you really can stack some of these big players like a Stamkos and McDavid together tonight because there are some really, really cheap wingers with some pretty decent potential. Jaden Schwartz going up against the Edmonton Oilers, only 2,900. Schwartz still goalless on the year, but I mean, he's getting the minutes for Seattle because they really don't have any other offensive players. He's picked it up of late as well, 7 shots on goal in his last couple games. He's got an assist in each of his last 3 games as well. So he's getting those minutes. The Seattle offense has got on board a little bit. And as much as we like the Oilers offense, I mean, their defense is not good. I mean, they're allowing a ton of shots on goal. They're still allowing a ton of scoring chances as well. Their power play or their penalty kill, is good. Like the Oilers special teams are good, but Schwartz is going to have opportunities at 5-on-5, and it's not like Mikko Koskinen is the most. He's not Andre Vasilevsky. He may have the odd good game, but he can definitely let in 5 or 6 goals on a night when he so chooses. So Jaden Schwartz at 2,900 in a first line role against the Oilers, man, that is really good value, and that'll let you fit in guys like McDavid on the other side. So.
All right, Jeff, get us out of here with this. Favorite money line or puck line bet tonight on this 3-game slate?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Ottawa Senators on the road against the Chicago Blackhawks, plus 110 straight up on the money line. I mean, the Senators, their first line's playing well. I mean, Tkachuk, Norris, Batherson. And then, we know the story with the Blackhawks. They're still without Patrick Kane. The Senators might be getting Gustafsson back in net. That's going to solidify things for them. So all things considered, I don't like either one of these teams, but I like the Senators just a little bit more. And I think their first line is in a spot here where they could potentially dominate this game and win like a 4-3 game. So give me the Senators on the money line.
All right, Paul, bring us home.
Hey, I'm in lockstep with Jeff on this one. It stands out. I'll go back to the Sens and their visit to Chicago as a plus 110 underdog. They look great in a tougher test on Friday in Dallas, and you'll recall I got that call as well. I'm looking for more of the same because I see a Chicago team that's lacking in focus, and they're reeling from a poor 7-2 start, and that's compounded by the off-ice news that surfaced around this team in recent days. I think Jeff and I are going to win some people some money with this call.